Thank you, Blessing. Mabuhay and greetings from Manila, Philippines. As I speak to you today, face-to-face classes across many parts of our country, including Manila, have once again been suspended because of the powerful typhoon, just 1 month after the school year began here in the Philippines. On the very first day of classes, June 8th, our country was also struck by a magnitude 7.8 earthquake where 3.7 million students are affected. These are not things we expected, but they show how extreme the situation has become here in my country. And that is exactly why I am here today. And for us here in the Philippines, climate change is our everyday reality. It enters our classrooms, interrupts learning, displaces communities, and reshapes the work of teachers today. Every year, stronger typhoons destroys classroom, floods force schools to close. Extreme heats disrupts learning and entire communities are displaced and schools become evacuation centers. Teachers are expected to ensure learning continues while also becoming first responder, counselors, community organizers, and sources of hope for children living through crisis. Yet, climate change is only one of the challenges confronting educations today. In my country, in countries like the Philippines, the climate crisis intersects with learning crisis characterized by widening inequalities, persistent learning gaps, and chronic underinvestments in public education. These overlapping crises expose an important truth that there can be no climate-ready education without strong, equitable, and well-funded public education system. Over the past 4 years, the Greening Education Partnership has helped place climate education at the center of global discussion. This is an important achievement that deserves recognition, and I will also tell to all of you that I am very thankful to the Education International because of the campaign for Teach for the Planet. And I'm happy to hear some of the developments shared by our Excellency Honorable Ministers of Education. But as we look towards 2030, I believe we must ask a more fundamental question. Are we investing enough in the people who will make climate-ready education a reality? What kind of education system is needed to make climate-ready education a reality for every learner? From the perspective of teachers and teachers' union around the world, the answer is very clear. The Education International Manifesto and Quality Climate Change Education reminds us that climate education is not simply about adding another topic to the curriculum. It is about transforming education system. That transformation begins with public investment. Climate-ready education cannot be built on underfunded schools or the extraordinary sacrifices of teachers. Governments must invest in strong public education systems, resilient schools, and quality learning environments. Climate financing must also become education financing because resilient education system are among our strongest form of climate adaptation. The second pillars of transformation is teachers. Teachers around the world. Teachers are expected to prepare learners for an increasingly uncertain future. We teach climate science. We promote sustainability. We provide psychosocial support after disasters. We ensure learning continues during emergencies. We embrace these responsibilities because we know education is one of humanity's most powerful responses to the climate crisis. But commitment alone cannot substitute for investment. Teachers need quality pre-service and continuous professional development. We need updated teaching resources that reflect scientific evidence while respecting local context and indigenous knowledge. We need decent salaries, manageable workloads, safe workplaces, academic freedom, and professional autonomy. And above all, teachers must not simply an implementer or to implement just climate education. Teachers must help design it. Finally, climate education must be grounded in justice. Climate change is not only an environmental issue, it is also a question of inequality, question of imperialism, question of human rights. Those who contribute at least to the climate crisis often suffer its gravest consequences. This is the lived experience of many communities in
1 minute more, please.
Okay,
1 minute.
and across the global south. So today, I call upon governments and international community to strengthen public financing for education, ensure that climate financing reaches public education system. Because if education is our most powerful response to climate crisis, then teachers are among its greatest agents of transformation, and there can be no sustainable future unless we invest in both our planet and the people who educate the next generation to protect it. Thank you very much.